is 12:18 in the morning. We just finished packing up our whole lives, piled it all into a bunch of boxes, dropped them off at Levi's crib, loaded up the car with some big old suitcases.
Let's freaking go.
And we're going to Taos. All right, well, I have not picked up this camera in about 2 full months. Ran into a little bit of an issue, situation, lost my editor. When you lose your editor, you entirely lose your will to pick up the camera and record. But quick little recap on the past couple of months. It is currently Sunday, December 28th, a few days after Christmas. We're back in Austin. As you can see, whole room is a bit of a mess right now because we decided to do a little last minute move away from Austin, leave Austin, and keep traveling, because as you've probably seen in the past few videos that I posted, we've been here kind of just locking in, getting things done, trying to scale and stuff, but I'm itching to get back out there, hop on some airplanes and go see the world. So right now it's what time is it? 8 p.m. 8 p.m. on Sunday. I'm packing up all of my shit, everything I own here, throwing it into some boxes. I'm gonna go throw it in a storage unit, and me and Enoch are gonna hop in the car and we're gonna drive up to Taos, New Mexico, and we're gonna be up there for a full month. So we're gonna be there for the whole month of January. It's gonna be a little winter getaway, lock in, in the cabin and grind away. So yeah, and then from there, we've got some more travel plans. I won't talk about them yet because nothing's set in stone, nothing's booked, but South America is floating around in my head. So I think that's probably what we're gonna do after our ski trip. But yeah, like I said, haven't filmed in a couple of months, just been kind of low-key grinding. In November, we broke $75,000 on the month with 70% profit margins. That's our first $50,000 profit month for the agency. That was one of the resolutions that I had set at the beginning of 2025. I'm a huge fan of New Year's resolutions. I always list out 10 to 15 things that I want to accomplish, and I always tend to be at about 60%. I think I've talked about this before. I always tend to land at around 60% of whatever I set my goals to be. So I had set the goal at the beginning of this year to make $1 million, and currently, I don't know if you can see that, $645,000, and we still have 3 days to go. So we gotta make about $350,000 in the next 3 days if we want to hit that goal, which is highly, highly, highly unlikely. But there we go again, missing the mark by about 40%. But yeah, it's been a whirlwind of a year. A lot of fun, super eventful, most eventful year of my entire life so far. Tons of travel, tons of growth, tons of just learning experiences and stuff. And I'm super fucking pumped for 2026. It is gonna be absolutely insane. It really is. I'm super, super excited. I've got a new motivation inside me to keep growing and just keep leveling up and really make it to the be one of the top players in my space. Right now I run a very small agency compared to a lot of the other people online documenting and stuff, and so going into the new year, we're gonna be pulling some crazy things off. I'll probably make a separate video just on my plan on how I'm gonna scale in 2026. Honestly, I think we're gonna do $2 to $3 million in revenue in 2026. I think it's very, very doable, and I think we have a really, really good plan on how we're gonna make it happen. But yeah, since we're on the move again, new spot, new location, figured I'd pick up the camera. I'm gonna have to edit this video myself, unless maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I can get my old editor back or something. But yeah, so I figured it was time, start talking to the homies again. So just packing up all my stuff. You can see suitcases and clothes. It's a mess. I'm trying to break out of this lease right now. I signed a 12-month lease for this apartment here in Austin, and we've been here for like 4 or 5 months, and I'm trying to break the lease. So I'm like in negotiations with the leasing company, trying to like terminate the lease. That's a whole other process. So like my life is like a shit show right now. Like it's a mess. Like I'm literally packing up everything I own in this apartment into boxes, throwing it in a storage unit, and I'm just driving to Taos. I still have this lease. I've got to like work on that whole deal of like trying to terminate the thing while I'm in Taos. So that's gonna be like a whole other thing, but you know, that's what it's all about. That's why we make Wi-Fi money. You know, you get to literally do whatever the hell you want, and that's what we're doing right here. I want to go to Taos, so I'm going to Taos, packing up all our shit, and we're you know, hitting the road. So we're gonna drive all night long. It's like a 12-hour drive. We're gonna try to send it in one go. I got like 2 hours of sleep last night, so we'll see how this goes, but we're gonna run it up. So
never. I guess she forgot the bev like 2 5s don't equal a 10. Quick math, don't try it again. She shaped like a turtle or a hen. Her makeup is fuck, she don't know how to blend. Make her do Wordle. She needed her brains if she giving out head. Call her Virgil, cause the way she be blowing shit got me dead. Shawty got Arc 10. I want it in a second circle. She like Mabu, I like purple, so I blew her back out when I left her on red. Get it? Cause blue and red equals purple. So I blew her back out when I left her on red. Don't let that go over your head.
Yo, so I don't know if Ace is gonna throw this in the video, but we're driving to Taos right now, and it's super late, so I got kind of tired, and pretty much parked the car, threw some music on, did a little jig, just a little state change because I was feeling tired. So you gotta trick your mind into waking the fuck up. So if ever you're like down or sad or don't feel like doing anything, just get up and bust a little move, hit a little jig, listen to some music, and change your state, change your physical state, and your mental state will soon follow, and you'll get back to crushing the day.
it's almost 5 a.m. at a gas station in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. I think we got like 6 or 7 hours to drive.
After realizing a man in the airport was getting ready to surprise his mother, whom he hadn't seen in
this is
25
brutal.
years,
Just slammed a bucked up. Oh no, we fucked up. We fucked up bad. Hazards on the side of the road. Gas tank is absolutely empty. And the nearest gas station is 3 miles away. Get a little cold call in.
For quality assurance purposes, this call is being recorded or monitored.
And I was wondering if it would be possible to like maybe pay someone to drive out here with like a jerry can or something.
I don't know. Hold on 1 second and I will see what the manager says.
Okay.
1 second, please.
Come on.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, usually the shop would take care of that, but we don't have a shop anymore. So,
Okay. Is
there's not a...
Is there like anybody on staff? Like I'm literally just 3 miles south down 84.
Yeah, we're all kind of busy right now. They won't let us leave. I would, because I feel your pain, but yeah, there's not really a whole lot we can do.
Even for like $100?
You might call the Ortegas. They usually do that. They'd probably do it cheaper than that. Hold on, let me see if I have that Ortega's number right here.
I
One
think he's talking
second.
about a person, or like a family. Oh, we might have a saving grace.
Go talk to him.
Yeah, I don't have that number. You could probably Google.
Okay. All right. I'll make another. I'll call the other gas station. Thanks for your time, though.
Sorry.
Yeah, no
Bye.
worries. Appreciate it. All right, we just had a homie pull up behind us.
He said he'll take us. You have cash?
Yeah. This is why you keep your winnings from the casino.
Do they have gas cans?
Yeah, just buy the gas can, whatever. Give that to him.
When the deed is done.
Yeah. And I'm gonna just chill here and scroll on my phone.
Just pray this isn't like me getting fucking murdered or some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. All right. We
So,
did it. We're
They
saved.
have gas cans, yeah?
Yeah, they'll give you whatever you need.
That's...
Oh, we're good. What are the odds? This road is absolutely dead. We haven't seen a person for like miles. Alrighty, well, we finally made it after a long ass 12-hour something drive. I'm absolutely exhausted. As soon as we got here, I pretty much just crashed. But I guess a little quick tour of the crib. This is it. Super nice view. We got the snow-peaked mountains, or snow-capped mountains up there. Pretty cool. We're gonna be shredding those slopes all month long. We got a hot tub. Yeah, and you know, like, here's the house. So there's like some balcony. You know, little fire pit. I went for a run. It's pretty cold. I got chased by some dogs. This is it. First day here in Taos. Gonna be here for the full month. I'm like absolutely exhausted right now, so I'm just gonna chill for the rest of the evening and go to bed early. But I'm gonna dive into kind of a wrap up of 2025, some of the biggest lessons that I've learned this year, biggest takeaways. All right, well, I haven't picked up the camera in about 24 hours or so. I like randomly I was kind of coming down with it on the drive up here, but I got super sick, nasty fever, pounding headache, chills, cold sweats. Like I've just been going through it the past 24 hours. I'm just now starting to kind of come out of it. I don't know if you can hear it a little bit, if I sound kind of congested, but anyways, yeah, so now it's December 31st, last day of 2025. I'm in the car right now going to Walmart to pick up a cord. I guess I figured I would pull out the camera and talk a little bit about some of the biggest things that I learned in 2025. I made a video similar to this last year in 2024 and just kind of broke down some of my key takeaways, so I'm going to do the same thing right now. To start off, one of the biggest things that hurt my growth, that prevented me from being able to like scale faster and faster and faster and see like a ton of exponential growth throughout the year, was shiny object syndrome. Now that's something that doesn't, I guess it probably does affect everybody at every level or it can affect anybody at any level to a certain extent, but I think it definitely starts to kick in a lot more once your business is making you pretty good money, because you get to a point where like you're not doing the thing that you're doing because you need cash anymore. Like when I first started Ablaze, like I was broke. Like I had like literally like $1,000 in my bank account, and I was living in like the ghetto in Tucson, and like I'll do anything. I'll just do whatever I have to do. So I picked a model and I stuck with it. I didn't change. I was like, I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to keep doing this until I make money. I know it's possible. Like I'm just going to literally like not stop until I'm making 10K a month. But fast forward about 2 years, here we are.
Our best year this month, we did like $74,000 with $53,000 in profit. So you can imagine when you bring home $50,000 in profit. Now, I want disclaimer, we don't do that every single month. That was just our best month. That was in November. But when you're bringing in like really good money and you aren't necessarily like scaling your business for the sake of just making money because you need to, it's really, really easy for other things to look more like appealing to you, and like look at other business models and look at like other offers and niches and industries and, you know, all kinds of things, and think like, oh, that I think I would be more passionate about that. And that's like, that has some importance to it, but only to an extent, because you kind of limit your growth if you try to only do what you're like passionate about, because at the end of the day, like, there's always going to be shit that sucks in like any business model. Like, there is always going to be things that just absolutely suck, and if your default reaction to running into a wall or like finding other opportunities that look like could be a lot more fun or you might be more passionate about, if your default reaction is to just jump ship and like go to that next thing, you're constantly going to be starting over and over and over and over again, and you're never going to like really hit that stride where you start to see like extreme exponential growth. And so like the big, like, I don't know, piece of advice that I would have told myself at the beginning of this year, and I knew it, it's like, that sometimes there's just nothing you can do about it, and you just go through shit, and it's like, whatever, I don't know, you just gotta figure it out. But, you know, stick with the plan. Make the plan, stick with the plan, finish the fucking plan. Going off of that note, around making sure that your business is like in alignment with your passion, there is an importance to that needs to be attached to, like, is it working? Is it printing? You know? And this is something that I've like picked up from Jeremy Haynes recently. Because his whole thing is like $1 million months, $1 million months, $1 million months. Like, you're just trying to crack that first $1 million month, and then the next, and then the next. Like, it's all he talks about. And it's like, what does anybody need $1 million a month for? And you have to ask yourself, like, what do you actually need $1 million a month for? Because if I ask myself right now what I would do with $1 million a month, I honestly don't know. And so you have to, like, it sounds corny, but you have to really like constantly remind yourself and like figure out kind of as you go, I guess, like why you do what you do and why you continue to do it when it gets super hard, and why you continue to push for further growth once you get to a point where you can personally live a very comfortable life. Like right now, on average, I will take home between like, I don't know, $20,000 and $40,000 just in like personal pure profit, like take home every month, and that's like well more than enough for myself to just like live a solid life. Oh my god, what the hell? Why are you flashing your bright side like 30 times? I get it. But yeah, like when you're making pretty good money and you're just like, you know, a single dude, like 22 years old, I really don't need that much, you know, spend like $2K a month on rent, car, whatever. Like, you can go nuts and get yourself a Lambo and get flashy with it, but I'm not really like about that, at least not yet. I just don't think it's necessary, or like have anything to gain from it. But like you've got to like find a way to make yourself uncomfortable when you are comfortable, and that is where having a really, really strong purpose behind why you do what you do and why you have to grow. Like, why do you owe it to the world to make $1 million a month?
genuinely, like, because you're not doing it for you. You're not gonna spend $1 million a month. Like, you're just not. You might for a month or two, it'll be fun, but eventually, like, you will have bought everything that you want, and buying shit will not bring you joy anymore, and you need to have a bigger purpose as to why you want to continue making that money and continue to, like, why you want to continue to keep growing it larger and larger and larger, you know, as time goes on. And so, yeah, number 1, don't get shiny object syndrome. Number 2, know why you do what you do, and don't fucking forget, and it better be big enough to make you want to get your ass out of bed at 6 a.m. and get right to work. Takeaway number 3, know your data. Like, that sounds so freaking unbelievably simple, but nobody knows their data. The amount of agency owners that I have hopped on calls with throughout the year, and I ask them, like, oh, what's your this number? What's your that number? Like, what is this? KPI, like, what are your this and that? People just don't know, and then we continue the conversation, and we start talking numbers and finances, and I find out that their profit margins are shit, like sub 20%, like for an agency, which is insane. That's absolutely crazy. I met a guy this year who does over 100K a month, and he's had months this year where he went negative. Like, how is that even possible? And it's because, like, they're not watching their numbers as they make moves. Like, your moves should be based off of your numbers, not like the way that you feel or what you think is a good idea or something. Like, it should literally, like, your numbers are everything. Your sales team data, your show up rates, your close rates, your cost per acquisition, your churn rates. That's a big one. Nobody knows their churn rates because it's kind of freaking hard to build a churn tracker. I spent like a month working on one. I finally got it done. But know your data. You know, you can go into ChatGPT, you can say, I run a marketing agency or whatever business. You can, this doesn't just apply to, you know, SMMA, but I run the XYZ business, and like, what KPIs should I be watching? What are the most important numbers that I need to pay attention to? So there you go. And then you figure out how to build trackers so you know all those numbers. Then you know what your numbers are, and so you can scale your business and keep it profitable while you do so. All right, I gotta run into Walmart real quick. I'll be right back. So just got out of Walmart, picked up the cord, and just wanted to pretty much wrap up this video and say goodbye to 2025. And yeah, it's been a good one. Gonna go link up with some buddies, some friends, the same guys that I was in Asia with over the summer. We're all here in New Mexico together. We just have separate Airbnbs, so we're gonna go over to their place and maybe pop some champagne or something, whatever, celebrate, commemorate the new year. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.